motivational song is brought to you by Shell Fuel. Say filling new year deep and Enterprise Insurance. Enterprise, your advantage. Each new year comes with its own little surprises, and this is the year of the car owner with Enterprise Insurance. From now till the end of March, all car owners who insure their cars with Enterprise stand a chance of getting free fuel vouchers and other exciting souvenirs. It's truly your year, car owner. Just insure with Enterprise, the only insurance company rated A+ by the Global Rating Agency of South Africa, and also pays minor motor claims on the same day within minutes. That's right. Existing customers can also dial *714 *556# to renew with mobile money. Don't look anywhere else, car owner. This is your year with Enterprise Insurance from now till the end of March 2019. Promo runs while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. Yesterday, when I mentioned that if you're not a car owner, you're going to get your new car, someone said that I should rather prophesy for a better transportation system. Because if we all had cars, there'll be too much traffic on the road. You have a point. But we'll get our cars and we'll park them at home, so that we will have an effective transportation system and our own cars to drive on the weekends when it's not too busy. How about that? I think we all agree. All right. I see nods in the studio. And the news review is brought to you by Interplus. Wherever you are, we make sure water reaches you even in space. And First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. And of course, Del Cielo Opticals, the vision care experts. Are you tired of using a hose or buckets to water your farm every time? Are you worried the rains won't come? Get the best out of your farm with InGreen irrigation systems now. Available are both drip and sprinkler irrigation systems tailored to match your needs. Call us now on 0302 819 000. InGreen is another quality solution from Interplast, and with Interplast, wherever you are, we make sure water reaches you, even in space. Good morning, Raymond. Good morning, Enimwa.
Good morning.
Yeah, that was it. Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed. It's been a good night. Very, very restful. How have you guys been?
We've been resting too, which is what people usually do during the night.
I haven't gotten a lot of that in the past few weeks, so I have to thank God for his little mercies.
Even when you went to your hometown, I didn't get that too.
Oh, you know, I'm from my hometown there. But I came back with some small back pain, but it was okay.
I think we should move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But good morning to all of our friends listening to us across the country. In Kumasi, it's Love 99.5 FM. In Takrade, it's Radio Max 105.1 FM. In Cape Coast, it's ATL 100.5 FM. And in Sunyani, it's Sky FM. Yes. So a good morning to all of our friends. And of course, those watching us on Facebook, Joy 99.7 FM is the Facebook page. Leave your comments there, we'll read them later. Guys, let's go on with the front pages.
Now, the Independent reporting this morning that MPP didn't inherit empty coffers. This is according to former President Mahama. And I entreat all to take good care of our water bodies. The Sanitation Minister is speaking on this matter. I'm also employing the Honorable Sanitation Minister to give us an update. Just an update on the Accra Cleaner City one.
Agenda.
Yes.
Agenda on Accra being a cleaner.
Yes, please.
I agree with you.
We will help keep the water bodies clean.
Cecilia Dapa, right?
Yes, please.
Good morning, Mrs. Cecilia Dapa.
Update.
We are waiting.
Please do press conference. Meet the press.
No, come to the Super Morning Show.
Brilliant.
Okay, on the front page of the Daily Guide, Mahama insults Nana over free SHS. EC Paris NDC attack. 7 men's gold customers arrested. 1.75 million Ghana cedis for killed Zongo youth.
Now, the Daily Statesman is reporting this morning the Ghana Railways Company Limited postpones Accra Tema Free Train ride, and Akufo-Addo others praised for Ghana's democracy. NDC blocks Alabi but prepares grounds for JDM. That's what the Daily Statesman is saying. And government compensates families of Asawasi shooting victims. Yes.
On the front page of the Finder, Asawasi 7 to receive 1.7 million Ghana cedis. Kokomba and Chokosi youth call for peace. Free SHS double track students yet to start classes. New naval chief pledges to intensify patrol at sea, and 11% increase in pensions to cost 212 million Ghana cedis. That's according to Dr. John Ofori Tinkran, the Director General of SNICS.
The Upper West NDC delegates vow to reward backbend NACO boss under fire over procurement breaches as workers begin to resign. There's also another story about Jamestown Chieftaincy Blues. Elders have been exposing a certain imposter chief on the front page of the New Crusader. So if you're an imposter chief, what do? You buy your own palanquin? You do your own palace? I'm confused. What do you do? How does it operate? How does it work?
Maybe we need to invite him to the Super Morning Show and find out how it happened.
On the front page of the Gold Street Business, BOG issues 3 billion Ghana cedis to CBG to ease liquidity challenge. Government to issue 11.25 Ghana cedi billion debt securities during the first quarter of 2019. Rice farmers anticipate benefits of $100 million insurance package. And Accra Tema train service reopening postponed for 2 weeks. We talked about that yesterday because there are lots of people just on the lines. And the last one, Finance Ministry undergoes structural reform.
Now, the Ghanaian Observer is reporting this morning Lydia Al-Hassan rallies constituents to honor late Ajako. And you know Lydia Al-Hassan, right? Is the...
Okay, she's the parliamentary candidate for the MPP for Ayawaso West Wegon. I think it's much simpler to say. Because I'm trying to find the relation with Mr. Boache, with Tremantin Jako.
Yes, please.
Yeah, she's okay. So she was his other wife, was not really married to him.
Yes,
but had children.
The mother of his children.
Good.
So she was the mother of some of his children.
Anyone, God bless you.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
That's safe, all right. Now, the Ghanaian Observer is reporting this morning IGP salutes Chief Imam and Sheikh Isikwe grabs 2 awards. The Observer has those stories on this front page.
The Inquisitor, red flags at Coastal Authority over moves to relocate from Cape Coast to Accra after millions spent on Cape Coast office. Double track detractors in fresh assault starts business for 2019. And that's about it on the front page of the Inquisitor.
The Daily Graphic is reporting this morning that, of course, you did a SNIT matter. You did also the 1.75 million issue. But Andani family warns of halting funeral. It accuses Abudus of violation of roadmap. And there's one about Ghana exports food to Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire. Those are the ones on the front page. There are some 2 more on the back page. In Kwanta, police intercept bus carrying arms and ammunition to, and there's 28 NGOs have been equipped to support community level malaria control. Those are the stories.
That's in Kwanta police story.
Yes.
I spoke with DCOP Francis Joku, the head of the Volta Regional Police Command, yesterday on Joy News Today. It's very worrying. 2,100 cartridges and a submachine gun. He called it a submachine gun rifle. Yes. It's suspected by some that they were on their way to Tripoli.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With a Metro Mass?
Yeah, on a Metro Mass bus.
I thought... Okay, well.
It's a matter of grave concern. That
over 2 acres of land.
Yeah.
The idea that we were transiting human beings is not Ghana anyway.
Well, yeah. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, AMA removes posters on the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. On the front page, police mounts manhunt for 5 robbers. IGP applauds Chief Imam for diffusing tension. And there's also that story about the Nkwanta police. And, of course, the 1.75 million Ghana cedi package for the victims of the victims,
yes, the
those who were
Asawasi
shot
7,
by
the family of the Asawasi 7, as they are called. But let's begin in Kumasi, where Asawasi is as well. Let's go.
Yeah, so yesterday there was a demonstration, there was burning of tires, there was a lot of anger and a lot of chaos. But 7 people, including a woman, were arrested yesterday. 4 of the suspects were arrested at the scene. 3 others were apprehended after turning themselves in at the regional police headquarters upon invitation. Now, what the protesters wanted to do was that they actually wanted to, after they protest, go to the palace and present to Otun for a petition, I guess asking him to help them get their money back. The police prevented them from doing that. The police had issued a statement saying that they had not followed due process, and so this demonstration in the first place was illegal. So anybody who was taking part in it was doing something illegal. So that's what happened. They were stopped from going to the palace, but they were shouting, "Nanado, we want our monies," Otunfo, "we want our monies," and they are saying that the government is being sensitive. I mean, this is what they've been saying all these months anyway. So that was it. But 7 people were arrested in the process. And then obviously yesterday we also heard the second deputy
governor of the Bank of Ghana
say that the Bank of Ghana was not going to be responsible on any level for getting those monies back. So
yes, this is the second time that we are seeing a demonstration like this in Kumasi. I remember yesterday during the day, of course, Prince reported here just as the demonstration itself was starting, it was around this time actually during the news review. And later on in the day, again during the journey today, we spoke to him, and he was speaking to a number of the customers who were saying that yesterday they wanted to remind Otumfuo because they had initially petitioned him, and they wanted to sort of send a reminder to him that they are still waiting for their monies. We also got the confirmation that a bus left Accra the night before to join that demonstration, and so as we had suspected earlier, there was a number of people there were, I should say, a number of people from Accra on in that demonstration. Now the Bank of Ghana, Raymond, says they are not going to mind them, if I can use that expression. What's government itself saying?
Yes, government through the Minister of Information has been stating categorically that government has no bailout for Men's Gold or the customers, or maybe people who were formerly customers of Men's Gold in this particular case. So pretty much to say that you're on your own. The security institutions, we understand, they're also working on this. Now there's something instructive about what happened last night. Around 10 p.m., Gabi Asara-Chidako put up a statement on his Facebook page. What he said was that, I understand the owner of Men's Gold, Nana Pia Mensah, has breached his bail condition. I never knew he was on bail anyway.
That was the first thing that surprised me about that.
And absconded. We can't allow those who allegedly dupe people with such impunity to get away with it that easily. Let's smoke them out wherever they are and throw the book at them. While I will not want Peswa of my tax money to be involved with this Ponzi matter, I believe majority of Ghanaians will agree with me that the law must come down heavily on those who use such schemes to destroy the lives of many Ghanaians, and many people is rather the word he used there. This is instructive for one simple reason. I've been trying to find out the params of our world. What happened to the people who were behind it? And pretty much I've not found a single evidence that suggests that state has prosecuted and actually got people in jail for running these schemes. That really will serve as an incentive.
Meanwhile, with Bernie Madoff, even the money that he gave to his ex-wives and his girlfriends, his ex-girlfriends, they're going to take the monies and the properties from
Very good. So
during the famous Bernie Madoff
indirectly look on while this happened. I was also sad when I heard the BOG deputy governor say here that, well, we're still linking up with other regulatory institutions. I think government itself failed in getting quick action on this matter, for whichever reason. And I also think some of these customers were part of the reason why government failed.
Why?
Remember, when we were insisting that we need this thing dealt with properly, you were saying, leave it be.
Leave us
we are all very okay.
Yep.
I don't want to find us jobs. In fact, they even said that if government dares intervene, they'll vote against the Akufo-Addo government.
And this was even after the SEC's initial announcement, and the people still had confidence that after the timetable had been published, they will receive their monies as had been assured them by Men's Gold. Now, it would be interesting to note, Raymond, that it was at that point, that was the prime point to freeze the man's account.
That's true.
And possibly make him face the law.
Yes, but because of that pressure on government had to weigh in on political influence and the things that's likely come out of this. But because they kept telling people that, there are so many.
Raymond, government has no excuse. No, Raymond, government has no excuse. If the president can stand and say that if Galamsey, the fight against Galamsey, he's willing to risk his presidency in the fight against Galamsey, I think that he could have taken a bold step, as he would have been vindicated now.
At that point in time, there was a media coalition involved in that. Listen, how many media houses were fighting this?
Raymond. But Raymond, let's be real. Right now, where we are now, which one is more politically costly for the president now? Having acted then or not acting now?
But I mean, I'm not sure that I've been able to determine that this is how fast the things will deteriorate to every.
But if it had deteriorated, now it has.
Yes.
Now it has. And some people did suspect. Now it has. So if imagine that he had frozen the man's accounts then, and he had, made him face the law, began making him face the law then.
Would people not have blamed him for the fact that he froze the accounts?
Would people have their money? No, the question is, will people have their money now?
Well, maybe not if his accounts were frozen.
They are even insisting that it was some of these that led to the collapse in the first place. Hope you get what I'm trying to say. They are even insisting that was some of this that led to the collapse in the first place. I think it is true. State agencies, specifically the SEC and the Bank of Ghana and Co., did not act appropriately at the right time. We have seen them and their action in some instances. This was not one of those. For example, when they are closing banks, overnight they are done. By the time you wake up in the morning, you have it. But SEC gave a directive to, what's the name of the SEC? Men's Gold. Men's Gold was debating them like their colleagues. When you are the right to crack the whip on the institution, what we ought to do going forward, even though government is not. So, for example, Finance Minister says no money for you. Bank of Ghana says no money for you.
Information Minister says no
money for you. It will take Jesus Christ to influence the heart of the president himself, and Secretary President of the land to say that I'll give you money.
But money from where? Money from where, Raymond?
Okay, so what we're going to do now, anyone. I understand this is a very fiery issue involving 1.8 million people, according to Amanda Clinton. Let's talk about the about 1.25 million who contributes to SSNIT.
Oh, right. Okay. So another story from me. Sorry, I thought you were going to go straight to Raymond. So what's happening is that the people are going to get a little bit more money starting from January this year. So those who go and get their pension 17th of January are going to feel this increment. It's an 11% increment. Indexation is what it's called, which is how the pension process is. The payment is adjusted so that you can maintain the purchasing power. So it's kind of going up. If you were getting 276, that's the monthly pension minimum in 2018, that's going up to 316 Ghana cedis per month. If you're a new pensioner, you're starting at the minimum of 300 Ghana cedis. Now, it was pegged at 11%. 9% is a fixed rate and 2% as a flat amount of 15 cedis, 89 pesos, and that's going to be spread across those whose pensions are not as much. This is going to cost the trust an extra 212 million Ghana cedis for the year, but Dr. John Ofori-Tinkrand has been speaking, and he says that it was already factored into the budget, so there's no problem there. Two companies took this opportunity when this was being spoken about yesterday to present their check for 1.12 million Ghana cedis. These two companies, SSNIT has dividends in them, and they're Ghana Agro Foods and Gulf Consolidated as well. So SSNIT considered a few things in bringing about this raise: the average salary growth of contributors, which stood at 12.66%, the annual average change in the consumer price index, which was 9.5%, and the financial strength and sustainability of the scheme. So SSNIT is saying it's all good. They're ready. They've made the adjustments. It's in their budget, and pensioners can enjoy this.
Okay.
Slight increase in
guys, I don't think we have enough time during this news review to do with this story the way that we have planned to, because what we want to do, listeners, is that we want to take an average salary and look at how much it will make for you in SSNIT, because you see that's the key point.
The crux of it.
For me, I think about the fact that, and I said this to Daryl earlier, and it's a very serious issue. People were millionaires when they were being paid 6 million in the 90s,
which is 600
in the early
now,
2000s, and they are going to be paid on 600 cedis now, on a salary of 600 cedis now. Well, I stand to be corrected, but that's what we've seen, you see. And so we are going to look into that exactly and look at how much our money is really worth when we are putting it in SSNIT. And we'll also look at our tier 2 as well, which is now being invested in the Ghana Amalgamated Trust. Yeah. Yesterday, Raymond, I just want you to make this quick comment for me. Yesterday, we asked Mrs. Elsie Ado-Awaji, Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, how much each individual bank was receiving.
Yes, and when we did, her answer was, first, she can't tell.
First of all, she didn't give us a figure.
Yes.
She didn't give us a figure.
No, she said she didn't know. They moved on to it. She can't tell because it was in front of her. Because when we asked about the pension funds, she said there were too many for them to be listed here. Then when we asked about the specific amount, because there were 5 of them, so you can't say it's too many, she couldn't say. But what comes to mind briefly is the point that, listen, 2 billion is supposed to be used in what?
The total trust is worth 2 billion cedis.
So if you quickly divide the 2 billion by 5, you get 400 million,
which is the minimum capital requirement. I
am at a loss.
But already Omni, and they already have 280, so it's 120. So there's going to be an over.
Each of these banks, for them to operate, they should have at least 120 million.
The minds of my team members right now. Oh Jesus! So I'm in love with your minds.
This answer ought to be given because it's very confusing.
It's very, very.
Are we
confusing.
giving them more than usual?
Exactly. And what will be done with the surplus?
What will be done with the surplus if indeed they all have 120 million cedis each? Yeah. And with Omnibank and BSIC, they have even more. In fact, she suggested that they have 280 million.
She didn't suggest, she stated.
Well, yes.
Very categorically. And then she also stated, so they, for example, need 120.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So what we are going to do is we are going to bring back those sounds, because after we speak about our tier 3, which is the SSNIT, we need to speak about our tier 2, which is GAT now, depending on where you bank. On your fund managers. With us, I think it's something trust. Okay, we can't mention it here anyway. Yeah. Yes, and then we'll come back to this conversation so we can deal with it very, very effectively. But let's stay in the financial sector, shall we?
Yes. Now, the The Graphic is reporting this morning, and Charles Benoni-Okai has a nice story about savings.
Oh, good morning, Charles Benoni-Okai.
Brilliant. Nice story about
He's a regular texter to the show.
Savings and loans companies now under the BOG radar. The interesting part is that he talked about the SCAN Deputy Speaker, Mrs. Elsie Awaji, who announced this on an Accra radio station.
Yes, no, he said on an Accra-based radio station.
No, this is just Accra radio station. I think that my brother Charles, Joy FM is way simpler. And it says both ink and also space.
When you go to when as soon as I entered my first newsroom in Sky Power FM, good morning, Mr. Namwa. He was my first news editor. He told me, look, Daniel, word economy. Use as few words as possible. Even if you are written Joy 99.7 FM.
It was still shorter than Accra-based radio station.
Charles Benoni.
Financial loss. Okay, now, so the crux of the statement is that the BOG says we are moving on to these microfinance institutions because I did state here some time ago that of the total 566 licensed microfinance institutions, the BOG is telling us that 211 of them are active, but they are distressed or folded up. And that's like 37% of the institutions in there. There are still people's money locked up in there. Altogether, we are talking about some around 40.5 million. We know what happened with the DKMs, the God is Love institutions, and all of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a review of that sector will not render more people unemployed. A review of that sector will not cost us as much as we are paying to these big banks and all the related institutions. And a review of that sector will make sure that since now GN is in that zone, they will function properly and the other sector properly functioning.
Key figure, 52.49% of the deposits given to savings and loans companies. The savings and loans, right? Not commercial, not rural banks.
Yeah.
Rural banks is 8.81%.
8.81,
and savings and loans is 52.49% of those deposits are in distress.
Yeah.
52, so think about it. Anyway.
More than half the money.
More than half the It's serious. We're going to go for the online news review. Of course, it's brought to you, as always, by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy. Now, it's a new year and it's still good energy with Goil, your reliable energy partner. Enhancing your engine performance and prolonging the life expectancy of your vehicle should be a top priority. So continue to get the best quality and value for money from Goil Super XP and Diesel XP and trusted range of lubricants from our 360 service stations across the country. To all our valued customers, we say thank you. We value your partnership or our partnership with you. Because of you, we are still number one and still CIMG Petroleum Company of the Year. Let's continue the partnership to build our economy. Goil Good Energy, Goil, proudly Ghanaian. Goil, Yenara, Yedia. Now pay and apply for your Ghanaian passports the easy way with Zenith Bank card. Simply log on to www.mfa.gov.gh. That's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs' website. Select passport, follow the prompt, and pay with your Zenith Visa or MasterCard. Payments reflect real time. Now that's what we call service. Pay your passport application fee the easy way with your Zenith Bank card today. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. All GES managed schools in Trepone have been shut down. That's what myjoyonline.com is reporting. Now, in the men's gold saga, the BOG's We Are Not Concerned posture is worrying. Justice Shremsai, who is a law lecturer, is speaking there in response to that interview we had with Mrs. Elsie Ado Awaji. Now we have pictures of a watermelon seller beating a man for setting fire to grass. You want to go and see that?
Environmental activist
on myjoyonline.com. That is activism by brute force. BBC.com says the Saudi woman has been given refugee status. You want to get those details on the BBC.com. Let's go for the BBC News itself. Coming up after this. Stay with us.
This was Kwame's life before Interplast in Green Irrigation System.
Kwame, sorry, what could
In the dry season, Kwame would use buckets to water his 5-acre farm. By evening, he's so tired. So his wife said,
"Oh, Kwame, Emre Danny B, haven't you heard of In Green Drip Irrigation Pipe?"
In Green Drip Irrigation Pipe?
Yes, Akosiap told me they use it. See how green their fields are, even in the dry season. You just set it and then it waters the whole place. No waste, save time and money, and we can farm all year round.
Ajua, what can I move?
Into dry buckets, no, not In Green Drip Pipes. Enya time, mommy.
Good farmers harvest all year with In Green. Call us now on 0302 819 000. Another quality solution from Interplast.
We all wander through life, wondering how to get to the top. We all aim for